Right, good morning, how are we? It's time for another Bootleg Reactions. What a fantastic name. Now listen, I know Fridays are for friends and it's a Saturday, so let's break the rules a little bit. Fridays are for friends on a Saturday. Perfect, eh? Look, I'm going to not waffle and get straight into this because I've got a very busy day today and I've got 3 really cool bands for you to check out. You don't need to hear my fucking waffle or anything that's not important to you. So let's get straight on with it, alright? Right, so first up today are my mates in Arcaeon. They've done a vocal playthrough and guitar playthrough, I believe, of their song Ezekiel's Will. Ezekiel, such a powerful name, fucking love it. Right, let's get straight into it. Let's make it a little bit bigger, why not? How sick are Stuart's vocals, isn't it, man? So effortless. Man, I love it. I'm always jealous of your vocals, man. They're so fucking strong. So good. Honestly, this is such a sick song to put on first, man. In fact, it might be too sick to put on first. I'm feeling really, really relaxed. I keep dropping my R's, man. I need to stop doing that. I'm feeling really, really relaxed. I was feeling really relaxed, but then he put 50p in a dickhead then. So I'm going to get back into my little Z and get back into Stuart's vocals because they're so sick. Stuart's vocals remind me a little bit of my mate Barney's vocals. Barney's been in quite a few bands and solo projects. I believe I first met him when he was in a band called Dakota Ruins, and he's just as great with his vocals, man. Like, there's a certain kind of confidence and delivery that comes with these like higher vocals and that like I would like to get to at some point because it's just beautiful, isn't it? Like, I feel pretty to relax a bit more because these guys are just bare relaxed and crushing it all the time, man. Like, how beautiful is this? Come on, man. And it's nice for the lyrics at the bottom as well, so you can read along on that and like feel the sentiments behind what they're saying. And that it's cool, man. What's not to enjoy about this, man? Can you hear Ivion's little bass in the background? So much groove, so much soul. I love it. Right, I'm going to stop there, man, because you guys should be paying attention right here, innit? Look at the facial expressions. They mean something. They count for something, yeah? If you're not getting the best out of your vocals and you're still just being tight and stagnant, that's why, man. That's why. You gotta emote, you know what I'm saying? You gotta explore the full spectrum of emotions whilst you're projecting your vocals and that, because it's those little shapes and those little grimaces and stuff and that really build the inflections, man. Like, you can't be scared or ashamed to be natural. You gotta be creepy, you gotta be expressive, you gotta be like Jim Carrey, you get me? I'm going, fuck's sake, I can't speak today, man. I'm going full-blown Mr. Bean whilst watching this, man. Proper going face, like, so sick. Yeah, man. So that was Ezekiel's Will by Arcaeon. That's off their new album called Cascadence, isn't it? So check it out. So I'll be whacking on Ezekiel's Will onto my Bootleg Reactions playlist. Come on, guys, that song's sick, innit? What's not to enjoy about that, eh? That's a beautiful outro, man. Loving it. That's really, really cool. I like it. Proper like end credit shit. It's good. It's good. I always enjoy what these guys do, man. Like, I know the nostalgia of video games and stuff and that. Like, I know that's a big asset to these guys, but it goes beyond that. Like, when I hear vocalists like Stuart and check out their lyrics and that, it reminds me of like people like Dave McPherson. And like, Dave McPherson's a fucking formidable motherfucker, man. Like, he broke through at like, what, 17, 18 and in me? Like, you saw him when on your TV and shit, like, these really grungy Nirvana-esque vocals, but actually meaning something. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Nirvana. I never have been. Don't think I ever will be. Like, I respect the path and stuff and that they pave. Like, same with Metallica, same with all these fucking dickheads that I don't like. Like, well, not don't like, don't enjoy. I don't really enjoy. I respect the hustle. I respect the path they paid. I just don't really feel what they're saying. It just feels a bit contrived and braggadocious. Whereas people like Dave McPherson, man, wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's really articulate with his vocals and the messages he writes, and he turns over so much music, man. Like, he loves his shit, and I get that same vibe from people like Stuart. You know, like, it's having this creative outlet to explore these deep, nuanced thoughts, but in a really fun and creative way. It's like, it's scratching that creative writing itch, you know, but in a really authentic and organic way. And you're making beautiful music for people to enjoy. So keep it up, lads, man. I always love this stuff. It's so much fun. Right, I've got 2 more songs to check out, so I'm not going to waffle into this, man. Like, I've enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let's get on to the next one, all right? Right, let's get on to band number 2 then, so I don't sit here waffling and overthinking it. Now listen, the next band are called Youthlies, and I'm really excited about this because they used to be, well, as far as I'm aware, they used to be in a band called Eyes of Unity, and these are lads that I come up with. When I first started gigging in my band Last Legion, these are one of the first bands that we formed a strong bond with and would gig quite a lot together around Kingston and Croydon. So it's going to be nostalgic for me hearing these guys come back together again. So I imagine I'll get a bit emotional because I fucking love these guys, man. Like, genuinely love these guys. They're fucking cool. So, yeah, first thing I've heard from them in fucking years. I better make sure that volume's down. There we go. All right, let's go. This is Youthlies. Ben, is that you, G? That's fucking beautiful, man. Ben, come on, G. That's fucking amazing. I didn't know what to expect going into this because Eyes of Unity were like us, a metalcore band, heavily relying on screams with those nice poppy choruses and stuff. I didn't expect it to be like this clean and beautiful, man. Like, I'm really pleasantly surprised. Like, I expected big things because, I mean, I've got a lot of love for you guys, but this is beautiful, man. Like, this is a pleasure, man. Well done, guys. Well done. Admittedly, I've not checked out who's in this project, but like, if Theo, Austin, like Ben, and whoever else are in this project, like, guys, this is fucking beautiful, man. Like, I feel privileged to be at a point in my life that I can sit here and listen to my mates write beautiful music and actually get a chance to listen to it and really hear it for what it's worth, man. Like, I'm getting a bit emotional because it's beautiful. Like, when you spend the better part of 10 plus years trying to articulate yourself in a really demonic way, like, I mean, alternative music and heavy music has its purpose, and I love the hustle of heavy vocals and that, but when you see your brethren get to a point where, like, they're not relying on that they're confident enough with their singing to be delicate and vulnerable, man, like, it's very easy for us to get on stage, have a few beers, and really, really overcompensate the vocals because you can scream them and shit and that. But this stuff here, it's It's not as safe as that. You know what I'm saying? This is really beautiful, and you can hear everything he's saying. And I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. It's beautiful. What a fucking comeback, guys, man. That's beautiful. Ah, I forgot that brethren's name. That Timothy guy that was in Hacktivist and shit. Yeah, like, I'm going to say this is the best thing you guys have done since you've done that EP that never saw the fucking light of day. Like, I remember we was recording Niagara in the last Legion at the same time you was working with Timothy on that EP. And then you guys didn't push it that much, and you went on to that. You spent the next couple of years working on that full length, which was good, and you guys fucking smashed it. But I think this is the most authentic thing you guys have done since that fucking stuff you done with Tim. Bruv, honestly, like, this is brilliant. Like, this was Youthlies, and let me get the song name again, because I forgot what it's called. I'm so bad with this. Never Worth It. So if you enjoyed that, I'll put a link in the video below, and obviously just be going to my Bootleg Reaction Spotify playlist. But this was Youthlies, and the song was Never Worth It. And it's fucking beautiful, man. Get behind these guys. Show them some love. Show them some support. Cool. Right, I better get on to the next one, because otherwise I'm going to sit all day getting sentimental in it. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so we'll go straight into the next one. This band are called Coehill, I believe. Coehill. I had an engagement with a guy on a metalcore group, I believe. And I know this song was released a day or two ago, so I wanted to have it on the Friday/Saturday reaction because it's a new song. And I'm really keen to check it out, man, because I haven't heard these guys before. So this is Coehills, and the song's called Deadweight. Let's go. I'm vibing with this. This is so candid and on the nose. And I get everything you're saying, G. I get everything you're saying, because over the last year or two, I've had similar thoughts myself. You get it, G. You get it. Do you know what? I'm going to put 50p in a dickhead. Boom. Right. When people say, like, you got to be hungry to want it, innit? They don't mean that the food is success. They don't mean that the food is your dream, the food is your ambition. They literally mean you got to be hungry. They literally mean you got to prioritize what it is you want over eating. Like, I've lost 3 stone over the last year and a half. I stopped drinking. I was in a really bad way. I was taking copious amounts of cocaine over the last few years, and I got into really bad shape and shit. I definitely wasn't hungry because I was fat. I was tanked up on beer and drugs and fucking fast food and shit. Got my life together, and all that hard work and effort I was putting into killing myself, I put into my career, I put into my art, I put into speaking my truth, and I put into being more articulate. So I didn't have to depend on like music and like false equivalencies to sort of project my vulnerability, it's taken away the delusions of grandeur, taking away all the big elements of your message and just saying it as it fucking is, isn't it? Like, being candid, being on the nose and being vulnerable is the truth, innit? Like, anger is a response to a situation. Anger is a response to an emotion, all right? But you got to be hungry. You got to realize that if your life's on a horizontal plane, you're staying stagnant. You got to be looking forward. And looking forward doesn't mean up. It means down. You got to create depth. You got to get down to the root of this shit, innit? This guy gets it. Sick. Whilst I'm watching this and reading the lyrics, to me it seems really apparent how the apocalyptic settings of like films and media and that over the last few years has really helped create a creative outlet for people to visualize. Like, I mean, even stuff like the Marvel saga amount into Endgame and stuff and the dust and blah, 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 blah. Like all these really post-apocalyptic stuff leading up to COVID, to us being locked in for a year. And yes, a lot of losses have happened, a lot of deaths have happened and stuff. But the big thing we've been worried about is us staying indoors and fucking looking after our neighbours and family, but pretending that's not the case. You get me? Like, that has brought the apocalyptic, what's the right word? It's made it mainstream, innit? It's made all these apocalyptic thoughts and all these sort of really doom and gloom and stuff mainstream. And it's really, really great that I'm in a position to watch alternative bands and people I don't know take these really apocalyptic and really depressing themes and spin them in a way that is uplifting, encouraging. It's flipping the coin, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because happiness is one side of the coin and depression is the other side of the coin, they're both there. They both have to be there. They both have to be apparent. But you have to be aware of both sides of the coin and take control of it. You have to be aware of how to use your depression to benefit you and use that supreme focus to better yourself. But also you've got to use your happiness to drive your messages home and make sure you're taking care of people and taking care of yourself and others. You've got to have a healthy balance of both. And this is why I get behind music and get behind people writing music and telling their truth, because they're trying to take something bad and turn it into something positive, even if it's just connecting with 1 or 2 people or 10 people or 100 or 1,000, doesn't matter. It's the act in taking something bigger than yourself and making it creative, making it beautiful, making it a bit of you for everyone else. You get me? That's beautiful shit right there. It's a really cool song, mate. I'm really liking it. It's a very safe formula, but it doesn't matter. It's connected with me. Oh, pardon me. It's really cool. I mean, I always love this kind of music. As I said before, I love it when people are confident enough to project their vulnerability, but in a really authentic and beautiful way. So well done, G. This is fucking beautiful. I'm really enjoying this. I hear you, G. That's beautiful. Like, nothing warms my heart more than someone taking ownership over their negative behaviors, emotions, and feelings and turn them into something positive. Like, I can't really elaborate more than that, because being self-aware and self-deprecating, right? But using that to bolster people up. Come on, man. That's beautiful. Like, if you don't agree with that shit, then you're a fucking idiot. Like, come on. And this is why I always want to encourage people that have never really toyed with the idea of writing lyrics or poetry. Just give it a fucking go, because it's not that difficult. All you got to do is put down what you're feeling and then condense it. Condense, rewrite, condense. Like, there's so many different ways to write. You haven't got to be candid. You can do what I used to do and over elaborate, a bit like that GCSE literature shit, where you fucking just take something and you just fucking do like a little brainstorm away for it and make it far away from itself to it's ambiguous. Like, you haven't got to be someone that knows like this guy is here, but it helps, because if you want to connect with an audience and you want people to understand your music, then you got to be candid, innit? You got to use the words and phrases that people are familiar with. You haven't got to be a Billy Big Bollocks and fucking act like Russell Brand and over elaborate and over decorate, a bit like what I do sometimes. But it's a beautiful shit, man. Like, so I think this has been a very, very successful Fridays After Friends on a Saturday. Thank you guys for checking this out. These have been 3 really cool bands. They're going to be on my Bootleg Reactions playlist, and I'll be picking this up next week. So I'm aiming to do videos Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, but I might not. Got a busy week next week. Well prepared for it. Lots of tattoos to get done and lots of new music to check out. It's just making sure that I prioritize things a bit better and that in it. I'll find my feet just like you guys find your feet getting back out into this world. Listen, stay humbled, stay blessed, and I'll catch you real soon. Bye-bye.